Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we have to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think is a good investment for you? That's right, you. Everybody has their own ideas on what they want to invest in, and we're going to go over a few of them and let me know what you think. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. I want to thank you for being here on another Stop Struggling Now Friday night live stream. And I welcome everybody once again. And what I want to start out with tonight is I'm not going to forget only 1 minute, 2 minutes in. And I want to say, please smash that like button. And that's so the YouTube algorithm knows that we have some people watching the live stream and it helps the YouTube algorithm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see who's in the house first, but the talk of the town right now is what do you think is a good investment for you, yourself? We're going to go over a few, and I want to hear what you guys have to say because the standard ones, you know, everybody says stock market, everybody says real estate, but I want to hear from you guys to let me know what else do you think are assets or worthy of investments. Let's see who's in the house. Wilson Koo is here with the icon next to his name. It looks like he says we'll join when I get home. So he's en route to his house, but I want to thank him for already putting in a message to let everybody know he's in the house nonetheless. All right, Jonathan with the icon next to his name as well. An icon means they're members of the channel. So thank you so much for being here on the Stop Struggling Now Friday night live stream. Yo, what's up, Eric? Thank you, Jonathan. It's all good in the house. Super Rich is here as well. Yo, he says, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. Thank you for being here once again, Super Rich. I appreciate it. Auntie Val with the icon next to her name as well. Good evening, fam. Thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live, Auntie Val. I appreciate it once again. Vanessa Comagate. Hey, boss, she busy but ready. Right on. She's in the house as well. Thank you so much for being here on the Stop Struggling Now Friday Night Live and with the icon next to her name as well. So thank you again, along with Auntie Val with the support. Thank you. Victor Marrero is here once again. He says hello all and his tagline, let's do this. He's in the house on another Friday night live stream. And by the way, since I've seen him, look here, you got that pen, paper. You guys never know what type of gems may be dropped on the Friday night live streams. You never know. And this is the time to get any of your investments in order. In fact, you might find out about some new ones, and that's always a good thing. Lawrence Daly, he's in the house tonight. Thank you so much for being here on the Stop Struggling Now Friday night live stream. Hello, all. Thank you. Glad you're here, man. Okay, A3 Saval's in the house. Let's go. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here as well. Diesel Mike, he's in the house with the icon next to his name. Good evening, Eric and SSN Nation. I think investing in myself, I like that. Investing in yourself, ladies and gentlemen, to become a likable guy. To Jeff Bezos, of course, that's a joke. Right. That's a good one, though. Yeah, that likable guy Bezos, right? Just like that likable guy Zuckerberg, right? That's it, exactly. It always makes you wonder why a person that's at the beginning is humble when they have nothing and they're working hard towards their goals and dreams. Then when they achieve their dreams, they just turn into a different type of person. This all oftentimes happens when a person actually feels they may be above other people. But just remember, you always meet the people on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. Just keep that in mind. All right. Audrey Miller's in the house with the icon next to her name as well. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And as she says, it's the SSN Academy Friday night live stream. Hi, Eric. And SSN Academy. I love that. SSN Academy, SSN University. That's what it is around here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm glad everybody's here in the house. Now, let's get down to business. I started off with the usual. Everybody knows what that is. Stock market investing. We've went over that extensively, and we'll continue to go over stock market investing. Why? Because if the market goes up or the market goes down, there's always investment opportunities. That's the name of the game. And if the stock market always went up, then you know where everybody would put their money. So therefore, it can never always go up. It's based on supply and demand. And of course, there's manipulation. So therefore, somebody wants to buy a stock for cheaper, you have to manipulate prices so they go down, right? That's how it has to work. I hate to be talking about investing in the stock market like that, but a lot of markets are manipulated. Stock market, everybody knows what that is. Real estate investing, most people know what that is, whether it's homes, whether it's condos, whether it's commercial properties, office buildings, trailer parks, mobile home parks. Everybody knows what real estate investing is these days, and you can't go wrong with real estate investing. Gold and silver, you have to talk about that as well, because how it works, you guys know here in the SSN Academy. You know, when inflation rises, gold, silver, and precious metals is what you should be buying. In fact, you should have bought them like 2 years ago when I was saying it if you were around. You should have bought it last year, as I was saying when you're around. And I'm saying it for the third year. Buy gold, silver, precious metals while they are cheap and being manipulated to stay this low. Now, of course, we have the new thing out, crypto. We don't know how crypto is going to behave in an inflationary environment, but it will be very interesting, and we'll all find out. All right, let's see. We continue. Little B's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about it. Let me know what type of investment you want to do. Diesel Mike already put his in. He said he's investing in himself. I always like the investment in yourself first. You know why? Oftentimes, it's free. So in today's environment, we have the internet. You didn't have the internet 30 years ago. All right. So you always had to pick up a book. You had to pick up a newspaper, go back and find articles at the library or something. You had to do this research that you actually had to get off your behind and actually go out there and find it. Now you can click some buttons and look for whatever you want to find out. So therefore, you can invest in yourself. Other people feel investing in yourself is buying courses or buying information, which, okay, that's fine too. We don't do it here. It's the no guru zone. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be searching for information. Like we're going to have the book club, for instance. We don't have it. But all I'm saying is I'm going to probably do a video on a couple of books, right? The Creature of Jekyll Island, for instance. That's a good book that you should read. There's other books that you may have to buy that you can read, but books now, they're not $150. They're not $75. You can get the books for under $20, $10, maybe even $5 to $10. So therefore, it's worth getting books that you're interested in whichever investment vehicle. So investing in yourself is very key. That could also mean attitude. That could also mean speech. That could also mean being a motivational speaker, being a coach. That means you have to learn different techniques and different ideas on the way to do whatever you want to do to invest in yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Jonathan, I finally got my tax ID, next step, business account, and then business credit. That's how you do it, Jonathan. Invest in your business. Invest in yourself step by step. No need to rush. It takes a little bit of time. There's no way around it. Just go through the process. And when you go through the process, you also learn. So you don't have to listen to somebody else say, this is what you do. Now you go, no, this is what you do. Because everything can change. Just because you could do something last year doesn't mean you can do it this year. Rules change. Laws change. the DOJ and all these guys change. Supreme Court makes rulings. That means some of the laws have to change. So that could affect business sometimes. So this is why you always have to stay abreast of information. Crypto, and of course, crypto, says Ani Val. Nothing wrong with that. Crypto is an investment as well. You guys see what's going on. There's talk of countries like Ecuador saying, you know what, we're just going to use Bitcoin now. I kind of like that move. If you start thinking about it as an individual person, and like in America, what we're under siege, and most countries are under siege by their federal government, meaning they can print money out of thin air, but the citizens can never print money. So while they're printing money, being able to be self-sufficient and give money to their friends and the hierarchy, the rest of the citizens are sitting there going, well, wait a minute, you just created inflation. You just created the price of all the goods and services to go up, but we're still making the same amount hourly and weekly and monthly. So the thing is, if you have crypto, you're not making it out of thin air. It's a set number. So now you don't have a situation where there could be inflation. That you don't have it where people are saying, well, we're going to take from the bottom 50% of the population, make them pay taxes, while the top 10% figure out how not to pay taxes. See, you won't have that. It's all equal at this point. So in essence, it levels the financial playing field. This is why countries generally won't just say we're going to go to a certain crypto. All right. So keep these in mind. That's why crypto should be an investment, especially if you're talking about Bitcoin, for instance, where we know there's like 21 million or 22 million total supply. So therefore, that's going to hold its value no matter what, or the value could go up, because what's going to happen is there's going to be more demand than there will be supply. And that means prices go up. So that's why people are thinking it's going to be 100,000, 50. It already hit 50, 60, but now it's back down to 30. That's why some people are predicting 200, 250,000 per coin. It's not unheard of if you think about supply and demand. So cryptocurrency, you have to think about that as an investment. And by the way, if you are investing in cryptocurrency, then I suggest you hold your crypto. If you're not going to hold it in your wallet offline, which is a Nano or Tezos, that's offline. You can hold it online in a place like Celsius or Nexo. The reason why I say Celsius or Nexo, the links are down below. Celsius, they give you interest daily. So it makes it even more worthwhile to hold your crypto since you're earning interest daily, right? Pretty simple. Down below, get your free $10 from Coinbase. Crypto, that is. They'll give you free $10. Go down below, and if you hodl crypto or save crypto, then use Celsius. I have the Celsius network down below. Some of you, I mentioned stock market. There's links down below for Robinhood and Webull to get your free shares of stock. You guys know how this is. All right. So that's what you should do down below under the video in the description. And you'll also see the newsletter sign up. So please sign up for the newsletter, because in case you don't know and you're new here, YouTube only sends out like 1,000 to 2,000 emails or notifications to members of the channel. That's it. Out of the 12,000 plus subscribers, they only send out 1,000 to 2,000 will receive any information. So what happened today? You guys know every live stream I keep track of what happens. I did not receive any notification of the live stream or upcoming live stream today at all. All right. On Wednesday, I did receive it like 3 hours ahead or something like that, but I didn't receive anything saying starting in 20 minutes, starting in 3 minutes, nothing like that. Last week, I received like 2 hours ahead, 20 minutes ahead, and the 3 minute start time. I received 3 messages. Today, I received none. So I guess it's just, I don't know what they're doing, quite frankly. But anyhow, please sign up for the newsletter, and that'll help out as well. And here we go. Lawrence Daly saying retirement income. That's exactly right. You're going to need retirement income. That's why we're talking about earn money, earn interest daily with Celsius. You make investments in stocks. That means some of them give dividends. So now you have dividend money coming in. The older you get, and if you're in retirement, then you're going to pay less taxes. And if you have it invested right, and depending on how you're running your investments, an income that's coming in, you may actually have zero taxes owed for capital gains. So I'll give you guys an example. If you make like $40,000 a year or less during retirement, and you have stock market investments, and you actually have capital gains coming in or dividend money coming in, you may be subject to 0% taxes. All right, how you like that? Okay, so think about it. It took the entire pandemic to learn how to research, trade, and invest in crypto, paying off well. Exactly, Auntie Val. That's what I'm talking about. Invested in herself. And then she said, you know what? I might as well learn. Every day is another opportunity for everybody to learn and invest and determine if there's a good investment. She chose a little crypto. Yes, exactly. If you purchased crypto like last year during the pandemic, it's above what the prices are even now after it fell down. And some crypto is still well more than what you would have purchased it for. So that's a win-win. Thank you for sharing that. Jonathan, CCIV, finally merging with Lucid Motors. That's right. They're changing their symbol. I can't remember what I got a notification on, but yeah, about time. Now we're going to find out what Lucid Motors is all about, right? I don't know about that $160,000 vehicle. That's in luxury. That's in luxury territory for sure. That's kind of crazy. You know, it's like a Lucid Motor car or Ferrari or Lambo or Bentley. I mean, or Aston Martin. I mean, what do you do? Electric vehicle, or do you go with one of these exotics for that type of money? And some people are going to pick the electric vehicle. I can't blame them. Victor Marrero, my monthly investments breakdown, save 50% for real estate, invest 45% stock market in the form of ETFs and index funds, very well, and 5% crypto, always ready to pull the investment trigger. That's how you have to be, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned. You're always going to be the CEO of your life. Therefore, you should think about some investments that can give you some return on your money. You worked hard for your money. Whether you worked hard for 20 years, 10 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you worked hard for your money. So therefore, wouldn't it be nice if you put your money someplace that makes money for you while you're sleeping, while you don't even think about the money? And Marrero put forth his plan on what he does with his money, which is a good plan. This is like a 50-40. He's saving 50%, investing 45%, and then he's taking 5% and putting it in crypto. That's a great investment plan. So you can see already, he already has his monies already in buckets, which everybody should have that, which is called a budget in essence. Everybody should be thinking about making sure they have a budget. If you collect $3,000 a month, then you slice it up and try to stay with that. All right. Down below in the description, I have some credit. If you're trying to improve your credit, because credit is an investment as well. Down below, we have, I think I have One Finance down there. I think I have Credit Strong. If you started your business and you want to do a business installment trade line, that Credit Strong now has a business trade line that they report to Experian to help your business. The link's down below. All you have to do is use the link for Credit Strong. It'll take you to the individual personal, but then at the top of the screen, it'll show business trade line. So you have the best of both worlds. You have Self-Lender down there for personal credit that does installment trade lines, and they give you a secured credit card after about 3 or 4 months. You can transfer the savings into the secured credit card. So now that'll add a revolving trade line plus the normal installment trade line from Self-Lender. The links are down below, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I have One Finance down below, and a lot of these places are fintechs. When I'm talking about One Finance, Benjamin Finance, X1 Finance, they're all down below. These are the guys that are coming out with, you deposit money into your account, they will give you credit based on how much you deposit. They'll give you a line of credit. So some of them report to credit bureaus, some do not. But either way, a line of credit is a line of credit. Do you really care if it's being reported to the credit bureau? I don't. So hopefully you understand what that means. Off book means you could have a loan somewhere and nobody knows about it. So therefore, it doesn't affect your debt to income ratio. It doesn't show on your credit report. That's a good thing, in my opinion. Robbie D, DJ Robbie D from Philly's in the house. He says he just got back from LA rocking a wedding. That's why he's DJ Robbie D. It's been over 30 years since I was stationed in Cali, San Diego. Well then, Robbie D, you noticed a lot has changed, especially if you're in SoCal. Things were moved around. You were like looking around going, wait, what happened to this? What happened to that? Yeah, if you've been to downtown LA, you see all those condos now, and you see the Staples Center, and you see the complex where they have the shows. Man, it's crazy. All right, Curtis Davis with the icon next to his name. Robbie D with the icon next to his name. That means remember the channels. Mr. Financial is here. He says, hello all. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Financial's in the house. Thank you. Charlie with the icon is also in the house on the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. Happy Friday, SSN Nation. I agree with everyone's advice. Thank you so much, Charlie, for saying that as well, because that's just it. Well, you just never know. Somebody might have a different idea on investments. So that's why it's always a good thing for people to chime in amongst each other. This is what you do. We have our own little SSN Academy, SSN University here. And think about this, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you may not realize it does matter who you hang around sometimes to expand your mind. Oftentimes people say, well, I never knew about this. There's a reason, because some people are talking about different things. They're talking about what they saw on social media, meaning what they saw on TV. They're not thinking about investments. Other people that are in an investment club and you're all sitting around the room and you're saying, hey, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? The talk is different. And so therefore you could pick up something that can help you financially. And everybody knows this world is based on financials. All right. Everybody says, I'll just be happy. But unfortunately, you can be happy. But if you have zero money, zero income coming in, it's not going to be a very good thing, because now you're limited to the choices that you're going to be able to make. So it's better if you can start thinking early about investing. It's never too late. You can be 60, 70, 80, 20, 18. It doesn't matter. 18 to 90, you might as well just invest. Just going to say it because you never know how long you're going to live. And then you got to make plans, right? So make plans. What I mean is, in case something happens to you, make sure that you have a trust of some sort. So then this way you can allocate who you want things to go to without a dispute. You put things in a will. Remember, it's going to probate automatically. You can put it in a will. You might be able to slide if it's just one sole family member left and there's some assets. But if there's two or more family members, let's face it, usually the family members come out of the woodworks when there's assets. And now all of a sudden you got to argue and go to probate. And now you're spending thousands of dollars on lawyers each. Never mind court costs. So therefore, put in a trust, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Davis Snap is up 21% after the blowout earnings, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. A lot of people here in the SSN Nation who was around last year, you know Snapchat was one of our picks. And you also know at the time, it was around $10 to $15, $16 when we were talking about it. So everybody could have got in at that point. I looked at it today. Thanks to Mr. Financial Curtis Davis sending me a message. It's $77. Members of the channel know I sold last week at $66. You know why? Because I did buy at $10, $11 initially. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty good deal. So I sold that batch. Then I bought another when it went up to around 15, 16. It might have been even 17. So then I said, I got to sell some more today. So I sold even some more, even though it went up to 77. So I'm all out of Snapchat. But when you're talking about 550, 600% on your money, that's a good investment in a year. All right. Charlene's in the house with the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here. I'm used to seeing some sort of thumbnail there. All right, at Curtis Davis, yes, my daughter's guy is an exec for Snap. We invested heavily in Snap, made some money today. That's right, Vanessa Camilla, you made a whole bunch of money, especially if he's in Snap. That's amazing. Wow, that is awesome. In fact, my nephew works for Snapchat. That's funny. Small world. All right, Moses Tillman's in the house with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the Friday Night Live Stream. Good evening, SSN fam. He's got his tagline, let's get it. I like it. Thank you so much for being here once again, Moses Tillman. Victor Morero got the word today about a new project coming to Cap Cana in DR, walking distance to Juanillo Beach. It will be called Casa Juanillo. Oh my God. To be delivered December 2024. Looks like amenities will be insane. That is going to be interesting. I'm trying to figure out where this could. That means it's going to have to be on a golf course if it's in walking distance. Okay, Victor Morero, now you got something there, but please tell me it's not going to be $300,000 or something. No, I doubt it. It depends on what size unit. So let us know if you have any info, such as any pricing, unit sizes that's expected, anything. That would be pretty sweet. December 2024. That is awesome. That is 24. Yeah, so that'd be 30 months. That could be affordable. But just so you guys know, this is an investment in real estate, pre-construction, no credit check, no qualifying. All you need is the down payment, or actually all you need is the reserve, but you're going to need a down payment too. But you need the reserve, anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to reserve and say, I want it. You have to wire it over, or if you're on the island, then you just go to the bank and deposit. Then in 45, 30, 45, or 60 days, you have to send them 10%. That has been the norm. But what has started happening, you know why? We told you before. This is why you have to get in while you can, because they started increasing what used to be 10%. A lot of new projects like Unique came out. They want 15%. They don't want 10% anymore. And not only that, like Unique is doing, they want 15% down. Then they want another like 35% during construction. Whereas before, they just wanted, other projects wanted 20% or 30% during construction. So then you had a loan to value of 70% or 60%. So hold on, guys. I need to get this message. But that's the thing. Sorry, guys. I had to answer this. All right. So all I'm saying is things are changing. You know why? Supply and demand. Last year, there was the pandemic, right? So a lot of people may have not been investing in droves, even though they were. Everything that they put out as far as new projects in pre-construction in Dominican Republic, they are pretty much selling like hotcakes. Hotcakes. Now, after the year, now out of this pandemic in a lot of countries, they even have more people that's willing to invest because a lot of people have found out the price of their pre-construction property has went up. Some places 100%. All right. So you got to keep in mind, now the word is out. So now they can ask for more money. So again, sitting around waiting when there's real estate booms is not a good idea. And by the way, we had a new person that bought at Vista Cana at Unique, and I can't remember. I think it was Tiffany. And she bought a $69,999 pre-construction. I believe it's a one-bedroom condo. This is inside Vista Cana. To me, that is one hell of a deal. But again, they required 15% down now, which is still, that's like 9,000, maybe 10,000 down payment. But now they want 35% of that 60, of that 70,000. So what is that, 21,000? And it's going to be done in only like 20 months. 24 months, something like that. So the payments ends up being over $1,000 a month, 1,100 a month, somewhere in that range. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. The sooner, the better if you're going to start making investments. Yes, that's why he could buy that Lambo cash, those tech guys. Hey, the geeks win. I always said it. The geeks win because they're virtually printing money because they know how to make the systems work. They know how to create these apps. They know how to design these apps. They know the coding. Then they say, okay, if we add these features, that increases the value of the app, and then they keep winning. And not only that, if you work for these companies, they give you stock, they get all kind of goodies. So you got to hand it to the geeks. They winning. All right, Curtis Davis at Vanessa, congrats. Winning like an insider. That's exactly right. You got to win like an insider sometimes. Victor Marrero, I spoke to Erica today, sir. Right on, Vanessa Comagate. Way to go. Already in the house thinking about that Connor Rock. I sent you that video too for the star. That's kind of cool. In fact, I'm going to play this tonight. Tiffany Young's in the house with the icon next to her name. It was you, Tiffany, I believe. That is the new member at the Panorama. No, at Vistacana, that is. Hell yeah. Oh, yes. Exactly. Right on. This Casa Juanillo project is so new that you won't find any info on the internet yet. I got it through someone that basically got the renderings under the table. These appear to be one-bedroom condos. Oh, good. That means we're going to be at 179 to 200K. And I'm hoping, and look, I'm going to tell you guys, this is what happened when I was at the DR before. There was one bedrooms at the DR, literally on the golf course in Cap Cana. So Andrea Rodriguez said, hey, Eric, this is an awesome location. Of course, at that time, I was on the beach. That was my favorite place as far as renderings and what I thought it was going to be. And I was like, the beach, Cana Rock, Vista Cana. So I was like, well, hell, I can buy 2 properties for the price of 1 in Cap Cana. But she goes, Eric, this is 179. This is going to sell out. Or actually, it was 133 at the time. She's like, you don't understand. This is a hell of a deal. So I get there a week later, and I said, okay, so where's this Cap Cana place that's 133? She goes, oh, that sold out in 48 hours. People sent in their $1,000 to reserve, sight unseen, just knowing that it was where it was in Cap Cana. I was like, are you kidding? I said, you just told me about this last week. I got here 3 days later. She's like, exactly. It sold out in 48 hours. So these right here are major because if it's done proper and it's right there walking distance, just like this other one, if it's 179, 180 or less, they're going to be sold out in a matter of a week or less. So that's why it's very important. Sometimes, like you said, getting this stuff under the table, insider trading, it matters. And Victor Marrero has insider trading from somebody. So again, I'm hoping that he sends out an alert when he finds out about it, because again, it's going to be, well, I don't know what it's going to be at Cap Cana. The way things are going now, they might have people put down $5,000. I don't know. But the point is, that's an investment that you should make because that's an upscale area. All right. So just to give you an idea of upscale area, like Vin Diesel was wreaking havoc over there because he was staying in Cap Cana. All right. Of course, the old bouncer doesn't feel safe in Cap Cana in the upscale neighborhood. So he brought his own security, cars and everything, and they're blocking streets, and people in the neighborhood are like, man, who are you? Because everybody's somebody over there. So that's the kind of things you got to think about. That's why Cap Cana and this information is very good, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of stuff that you can get insider information here. Nobody else is doing this because Victor Marrero's here telling us. There's nobody else that's going to do this. Hardly anybody ever talks about pre-construction condos. We talk about it all the time because there's no credit check, no qualifying. You're paying 0% interest for your down payment. You're putting skin in the game. And then at the end, you owe 60, 70, 60, 40, 30% loan to value. You'll be able to get a loan because your condo has increased in price. All right. Google. 3% robots building. That's right. Facebook jumped 5% too. That's right. And you guys, that's what I was talking about a month or two back. I said, now's the time to start thinking about, like I was saying for myself, I did it myself. I started liquidating some of these 500%, 600%, 100%, 300% increase of stocks. And I said, now you might want to start thinking about getting that Apple, the Microsofts, the Googles, the Amazons, the NVIDIAs. because these are going to be the big boys going forward, regardless of inflation. They already have things invested, cloud storage amongst them, the 5Gs, the autonomous driving, all of that is going on. So therefore, you should be putting a little bit of money in some of those, along with, of course, Marrero mentioned index funds. Nothing wrong with index funds because they always are on top of, they can switch their funds up or switch up the stocks that they own. So they're always readjusting their portfolio for the optimal outcomes. So that's why index funds are very important, especially if they're kicking out dividends. So you're getting appreciation plus dividends. Long-term investing, ladies and gentlemen. Shouting out to the ladies. Hey, Charlie, Auntie Val, Andreen Miller, Tiffany Young. That's right. We have the ladies here in the house. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Vanessa, Tech Winning, Google, Uber, Snap, Devs, all get paid 200K plus 25K stocks. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Hey, at Vanessa. All right. Vanessa, good to hear you spoke to Erica. Please let me know if you have any questions. I sent Eric my contact info. Kinda Rock Rocks. Yes, Victor Morel, just so you know, I sent her your info too. So you can just bypass if you want. So that way, no sense in sending me an email. So if you guys want to chit chat, that's fine. You don't need me as a middleman. So she has that as well. Victor Morel, yes, I told her my budget and was looking at Galaxy at Connor Rock. Oh yeah, Vanessa Comagate is going up with the big boys. Holy smokes, she's going to be joining Victor Marrero if she gets at the Galaxy. That is going to be awesome. That would be awesome because the Galaxy, in fact, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you a video of Connor Rock Star. This whole time I thought it was Universe because Andrea Rodriguez, a realtor in the Punta Cana area, she sent me a video when they had like an opening and she was out there saying, oh yeah, I'm out here for the Connor Rock Universe property and the Connor Rock Star. So when she sent me the thing, I thought she was talking about Connor Rock Universe. Then after looking at the video again today, it was Connor Rock Star the whole time. Auntie Val, at Vanessa, yes, ma'am, reaping the women of Crypto Nation. That's right, repping the women of Crypto Nation. That's it. I like that, Auntie Val. Way to go. That's it. And by the way, Auntie Val started, I think it was last Friday, and she mentioned that she had acres in Alabama. So what I want to point out is she's doing investments in crypto. She has potential investments in real estate. So we know she at least has two. That's diversification. That is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. The more assets, the more investments you have in the long run, you can always tap into them because you can always borrow against these assets and not have a taxable event. All right? Just keep that in mind. Again, Celsius Network is the crypto. You're hodling your money there. They give 1% loans, ladies and gentlemen, up to 36 months. That's right, 1% for 36 months that you can borrow against your crypto, which is an asset, and it's not a taxable event because you didn't withdraw your crypto. You just got a loan. All right? See your tax advisor for that. But anyhow, it's known, as long as you borrow, this is how the rich don't have to pay taxes. This is part of their arsenal. They borrow against their assets. That's not a taxable event. Just like if you borrow against real estate, not a taxable event. Only when you sell the real estate is it a taxable event. If you sell crypto, it's a taxable event. All right? Keep those things in mind. Vanessa Comagate, thanks, boss. Yes. Silverman Fox is in the house with the icon next to the name. Hello, all. Thank you so much for being here. SSN Academy Friday Night Live. Nice to see you once again, and I appreciate that icon next to your name. Got approved 10K Capital on Tap. That's right, A3 Sival. That's right, in case people don't know what Capital on Tap is. It's down below in the description, I believe. Capital on Tap is for new startup businesses, small businesses. They help you. You don't have to be in business for a year or 2 or 3. It's for startups. And so they have a range. What's better? Don't worry about your credit. All right? I did a whole video on it. You can always search the channel for the Capital on Tap video. And I believe the link is down below. I hope I did leave it in there. All right? If not, in fact, why don't I just go look? In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the video I'm going to give you a video for Connor Rock Star. How about that? All right, it's about a minute long, and then that way I can make sure and see if I have this capital on tap for business people or startups who may need some credit. It's a business credit card that they give you, and so therefore it's for startups and small businesses, which is a good thing. And that is awesome that A3 Saval got approved. So check out this video, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Connor Rock Star. You can see it's built. And by the way, can you believe they actually had 1 bedrooms in this location for like 120,000 at one time? I don't know what they are now, but that is on a golf course at the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel all-inclusive resort. You also saw the private beach club at the beginning on the beach. So now you see the golf course, you see the beach, you're 3 to 4 to 5 minutes away from the beach, you're right on the golf course. You're 3 to 5 minutes away from the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. So whenever they have concerts or events or conventions or whatever, you guys can be right there. And it turns into a vacation rental spot if you're not living there. And now when they have events, you get to charge $500, $400 and up. All right. I put the Capital on Tap link down below, or I put it in the chat room. So everybody can check that out. I'm going to put it down below in the description as well, because I do have, and I put a passion fund, which also is for new creators that another company is doing. All right. You have to send in a video. They may pick you. They're giving out, I don't know how many millions of dollars, but that's worth a check as well. So check out the passion fund link. I also put that in the chat room, and I also put the Capital on Tap link as well for people. All right. Let's see. Okay. Just making sure I didn't miss that right there. Okay. So he got approved for the 10K on Capital on Tap. I really need to get some real estate. That's right. DJ Robbie D, you got to get some real estate, man. There's nothing. Look, you can also do this in downtown Miami. You can do this pre-construction anywhere. Asia, Mexico, South America, it doesn't matter. Caribbean, this pre-construction phenomenon that's going on right now is everywhere. The good news about certain areas, like I'll go back to DR again, but because they have hurricanes and the weather, they're actually building all these not of wood, but of cement. All right, blocks, cement. So it's built the right way. So the structure should withstand most of the elements that come, unless there's something that comes that's 200 miles an hour. I don't know how that will hold up, but at least you know if it gets 150, 130, you'll be fine. All right. But yeah, you've got to get some real estate, especially now if inflation is going to happen. Whenever inflation occurs, your assets go up. There's reasons, because the cost to build and the materials go up. So therefore, that's why all of us who purchased our condos already, and they have them under contract for a set price, we know it's going up. You can't avoid it. All right. Just simply due to cost, not because they wanted to, but lumber, as you know, went up 3 times the cost. Cement went up as well. So this is going to add to the cost 10% more. In the case of lumber, then you're talking maybe 50 to 60% more. So that just adds to the cost. Who gets the benefit? The early investor, the ones who took a chance, because investing is a risk, right? Those are the ones who get to win. Tiffany Young says, congrats at A3 Saval. Very cool. Exactly. A3 Saval took advantage of the information because he's investing in himself. He started a business. That's another way to invest in yourself. Start a business, right? That's what we're talking about here. Self-sufficient. Get tax breaks, tax cut, tax breaks, depreciation, all of this stuff that if you work as a W-2 worker, you cannot take. All right. Tiffany Young, he says, thanks. All right. And then we have to talk about gold, silver, precious metals, right? You can buy physical gold, silver, precious metals. You guys know that. We can buy stocks, ETFs, gold and silver. We can buy crypto, Pax Gold now. And by the way, Pax Gold is on Celsius Network, you can earn interest. They allegedly, I say allegedly because unless somebody opens up a vault, we never know. But they allegedly, their crypto is based on they're actually holding the gold. So who knows in reality, but that's what they claim. You can earn interest on that particular Pax Gold on Celsius Network. And again, Celsius Network's down below. And I dropped the Passion Fund link and all that down below in the description. If you want to start your business credit, I have NAV, N-A-V. NAV, it works like Credit Karma for business. So you put in your information for your business. You can use the free model, or you can pay $39.99 or $49.99. They will also report to your credit file. Now, the good news is they also are like Credit Karma in this respect. They will send you information if your business may qualify for funding or lines of credit or loans or credit card. All right, that's what NAV is. So even the free version, they send you something, or if you're paying, they will send you something saying that your business may qualify for this type of line of credit or funding or credit card. So that's something to think about. I have to tell my clients about Cap on Tap. I didn't know. There we go, Vanessa Comagate. This is what we deliver here in the SSN University and Academy. Thank you so much. Glad you were here on the Friday night to find out about it. And we have a person that says they got a 10K. All right, there we go. That's what I'm referring to, you guys. You saw the Capital on Tap in the chat room, and now down below in the description, I have these links. And the Global Grants for Entrepreneurs and Creators, you can see that's a link as well. Hubby is on the stock market. I have the land in Celsius, DeFi, etc. No stone unturned towards generational wealth. 1% club should always be the goal. That is it exactly, Auntie Val. Couldn't have said it any better than myself, because you know this is why we have it. Emerging millionaire. Are you in the house? And by the way, you can always get these t-shirts. You know where to go. StopStrugglingNow.com. We have the t-shirts, the hats, women V's in some of these. And we have even leggings, yoga pants, but they're in white. And they say Stop Struggling Now, of course, on them. You know, that's how we do it here. But you got to go to StopStrugglingNow.com website and then go to SSN Merchandise and you'll find this gear. All right. So let's keep going. Let me know what else you guys. So we covered crypto a little bit, real estate, stocks, gold, silver, and precious metals. But you guys know how we're doing this. All investments are on the table. Open your mind. Curtis Davis, Auntie Val, congrats on the wins in stock and crypto. That's right. If you invested in stocks and crypto over the last year, well, actually the last 9 years, if you pick the right ones, you're doing very, very well. So yeah, congrats on that. And let's move to some other things. You guys know we had Eric Franklin on. He's an artist. We talked about it over a year ago. Eric Franklin, actually it was 2 years ago now that I'm thinking about it, because that's when we went to the Philippines. And so Eric Franklin's an artist. We had him on. He talked about art. We talked about art. Art is an investment. In fact, his father was an artist. His father's paintings are worth thousands of dollars now because unfortunately his father passed away. But Eric Franklin does different art than his father. It's not even close. All right. He's into, let's call it physical art. All right. So his dad actually painted. He paints as well, but he's into the physical type of things that viewer discretion is advised. All right. So the Renaissance type art is what I'm trying to say. But the point is, art, just like NFTs have value, right, to some people, art and paintings have value to people. Hell, a sketch by Da Vinci is worth millions, right? So it all depends on what we're talking about. Art is, but it has a value, and any investment has a value as long as what? As long as you need, as long as somebody's willing to pay you more than you bought it for, that's an investment. Pretty simple. So why do I say that? Because I talked about art, but think about this. I've never understood, because I played sports, sneakers, tennis shoes have a value. People invest in those. They flip them just like they flip houses, because people are willing to pay more for limited editions. For special edition shoes, people will pay way more than what somebody bought it for. So there's an ecosystem for sneakers. In fact, there's conventions. There's sales conventions in LA. I had booked people for these. I couldn't believe it when they told me. They're like, yeah, I'm coming down. I have a sneaker collection and I'm going to have it at the convention center. And apparently everybody's coming there and they're selling their sneakers. I was like, are you serious? Crazy. So it's a thing. And this is years ago, but everybody should know that is a thing. There's also Fleischman. He has a comic book store. It's collectibles and comics. Who knew? $1 million in 1 year that he has sold in overall revenue for collectibles and comic books in LA. All right. This is what somebody's willing to say is of value. And you just never know what's of value. Let's put it to you this way. I need some water right now. Okay. So a person's out in the desert. Right. This is just a supply and demand situation. They don't have any water. They got to walk for another 2 days. They're going to die. A bottle of water that you previously bought for $1 or $2, a person that needs it badly, how much is he going to pay for it? Who knows? Could be $5, could be 20, could be 100. It's supply and demand. It's what somebody else is willing to pay for it. So think about that when you're in business, and think about that for all businesses. Just because your competitors charge a certain value doesn't mean that you have to charge that same value. You might see it as a higher value, or you may see it as a lower value. The customer may see it at a certain level as well. So you have to keep these things in mind when you're buying, selling, and doing investments, all right? Because every investment is a risk. All right, Eric, please send me this video. My brother bought at Connor Rock Star, and I want to send that to him. That's right. Right on. I'll send it to you after. In fact, you know what's funny? While we're doing this, in fact, I'm going to do something right now. SSN Lifestyle. I did get the link for PayPal up and operational. Tomorrow, I'm going to drop the SSN Lifestyle website and everything on. It's a pre-launch. I'm still going to drop the SSN Lifestyle video and talk about some of the benefits and why a person would want to join in and do what we're doing with the SSN Lifestyle. It hasn't started yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to drop a link tonight. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow. And so I'm going to run a video right now. And while I'm running the video, I'll probably send you I'm going to try and send you that link while the video is playing. All right. So let me get that off the screen, and then we'll go to the video. All right. So, okay. Now I'm going to have to catch that back up when I come back. SSN Lifestyle. Do you want to travel and see the world? Stay in luxurious accommodations. Have peace of mind and relaxation. The financial freedom to enjoy the life you deserve? Well, welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. Your financial health will create your wealth. We are here to help you drive to your destination of greatness. And we have the start button. If you are willing to learn, put in the work, and help others achieve their goals and dreams, then please join us for a better future, and welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. We will help you create happiness and freedom to enjoy life. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me have some feedback. So far, everybody's been saying it's pretty nice, pretty decent, the video and all that. That's a little promo. So let me know, yes, in case you're new here. Oh, we're 55 minutes in. How can I forget? Please smash the like button. Why should you smash the like button? Because we need the YouTube algorithm, guys, to let people know that we're in the house. We're here to help people. We're not in this. We're the no guru zone. There are no courses that we're selling. We're legitimately trying to help people. You know, as they say, come on up, moving to the west side or east side, whatever the Jeffersons were moving to. That's what we're trying to do here. Rising tide lifts all boats, ladies and gentlemen, and that's how we're trying to roll. All right. I wasn't able to send that to you because I realized where the video came from after I did it, but it's all right. All right, here we go. I'll send it to you in a second. Oh, and Vanessa Comagate, thank you so much from Charlie. I was reading somewhere buying that third home or rental property puts you in a wealthier category. That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because now think about it. Third home, which means 3 properties that are appreciating. How many people have that going on, right? I was reading somewhere. Auntie Val, thanks to Curtis Davis. We are all already winning, my friend. That's it exactly, Auntie Val. Moses Tillman, Robbie D, I got to get some real estate too. That's right, Moses Tillman. It's making it easy for you right now, at least in the Dominican Republic. In America, there's a few pre-construction properties. Even if it's not Miami's expensive, but there are other properties. Even in Tampa, Orlando, there's other properties. But again, there may not be as cheap as island properties pre-construction. Auntie Val, amen. That's right, Vanessa Kamagate. Auntie Val, good job. That's it. Gino Shimienti, welcome to the Stop Struggling Now Friday Night Live. Glad to see you here once again. How is everyone tonight? Everyone's doing fine. We're getting some of these nuggets of information. Pencil, pen, pad, paper. We're good. Charlie, Eric, the SBA still has billions for those interested in small percent loans, and for the PPP loans, loan forgiveness is still happening. Yes, I received something about the loan forgiveness rounds again. So people put in that loan forgiveness paperwork. And as far as SBA loans, as long as they have small percentages, that's what you would want. All right. That's the ones you want. Don't go out there getting crazy. All right, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, it's some risk. And free equity with pre-construction condos, ROI 25% to 50% return per year. Yeah, that's what it seems to be so far. That's exactly what it seems to be so far. There's some properties that have already, they're moving up based on phase. So that's what's interesting. The beach, initially 126 was a 1-bedroom. Now those are 142. And that's in 7 months. Actually 8 months. No, 7 months, 7.5 months, almost 8 months. So either way, that's 20,000 and it was 126. So you're already at 15%. By the end of this year, this is going to be 147 or 150, somewhere in that neighborhood when they come out with the next phase. So we're going to reach a 25% increase at that property. My properties already went up about 9% in 7 months at Vista Cana. And then Cana Rocks, they're off the charts. They're already like 100%. They're off the charts. I don't know what's going on. Anybody that bought at the Cana Rock Galaxy in 2018, 2019, they have 100% gain already. Pretty close. Actually, it's not 100. It's around 70, somewhere like 70% right now. But by the time they finish it next year, it'll probably be 100 because it's crazy. 1-bedrooms went for 350 now, 330. That's just insane to me. Gino, what's up? Leah Dennis is in the house with the icon. Welcome to the Friday Night Live streams. Glad to see you once again. Please don't forget to smash that like button. That's right. Great info as always. Smash that like button like the woman says, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button, please. All right. Now, no Guru Zone fees at SSN University, just winning and collaborating. That's it exactly. Mr. Financial, talking about the collaborations. Moses Tillman, SSN University, come to class with your pen and paper ready. That's it. That's how we do it here. All right. So we were talking about, I love it, Robbie D. Thank you so much for that feedback there. I appreciate it. All right. There we go. Arts, painting. Limited edition items appreciate. Assets, that's it exactly. Limited edition items, even cars, if they're limited edition and they were purchased at a certain level, they appreciate. They go up in value. All right? Yeah, I used to flip Jordans back in the day. Exactly, Moses Tillman. That's how we do it. Charlie also says, smash the like button. We're 1 hour in on the Friday Night Live. Thank you so much once again for being here, everybody. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And then make sure that you click all notifications for the bell. Did you see what happened to my CMG? What a week. Made a huge profit. Yes. Gino Scimiente. We've been watching CMG, NVIDIA. We've been watching them all. It's been out of control. Snapchat broke out. Twitter broke out. I mean, this is just getting insane. Lots of things are breaking out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the train keeps moving. Moses Tillman, me and my other 2 friends bought 30 pair of Jordans on a Saturday about 7-8 years ago. Wow. Just at the beginning of the sneaker revolution. A3 Saval, you do options? Yeah, Robbie D already put it in. I love it. Thank you so much. Moses Tillman, no, I don't. All right. Let's see what this is. If you count losing money, then yes, I have. Well, sometimes investments are a lesson. Remember that. Education, it's a lesson. So even if you lose, at least you got a little bit of education, right? All right, Robbie D, I'm headed to Miami in September. Who should I contact about pre-construction? Okay, Robbie D, send me an email. I'll send you something for pre-construction. We have Nativo in Miami. That's our girl Sophia there. And Daniel is at the 501 Residences in downtown Miami. Those are the ones, in my opinion, because they're right there by the basketball stadium and by the trains and by the cruise lines and by the Bayfront Park where festivals are. So it's a good location. So therefore, can't blame you. All right, Adri Saval, big congrats. That's right. Huh. That's a lot. Eric takes the free appreciation, equity, straight phase. That's it. That's it. Exactly. Man, I feel blessed that I was able to almost pull a Marrero, although Marrero has more time, so he's been able to get more appreciation because his project was supposed to be finished probably last year, but due to COVID, they had to extend it. And so now he's picking up additional appreciation before he actually has to pay for it. So unfortunately for me, I don't, unless we have another outbreak about a year from now or 2 years from now to extend my run, none of us will be able to get his appreciation of like 100%. I think he'll have 100% by the time it's built a year from now. But at least we'll be able to get hopefully 50% appreciation. If we're able to get 50% appreciation, that means our loan to value will be somewhere like 20 to 30%. That would be awesome. So yeah, we're loving life right now. Laughing all the way to the bank. That's it. Gino. Gino, Facebook and Google, crush it. That's right. That's exactly right. How are you doing, Curtis Davis? Doing great. Charlie, thanks, says A3 Saval. All right. Jess and Gino, CMG up 20% in 2 months. That's it. Thanks to Gino Scimiente. You know how it was. I didn't have my money in CMG until like 2 to 3 to 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, but I'm loving life right now. Like I said, it's a good time to get CMG then. It's a good time to get CMG now. I look at CMG like McDonald's. And then Gino Scimiente told us that McDonald's spun off Chipotle, which I did not know. Punta Cana area will be something else in 5 to 10 years from now, especially with all the resorts and all the entertainment infrastructure that's coming. OCs won't be able to touch it the next 305. That's it exactly, Victor Marrero. That's why the downtown condos in Miami for 350, 390, 400 grand, 450 for a 1-bedroom, those are good deals in Miami. And the same thing's going to happen 5 to 10 years from now in the 305. Those properties are probably going to be 100. They're going to be $700,000, $800,000, $1 million. I mean, no way around it. And I believe the same thing because of everything that's happening in the Punta Cana area, specifically built for tourists. This isn't like Santo Domingo or Cabarete, Sosua. They're building Punta Cana area specifically for vacation rentals and tourism. So therefore, that area is being built totally different than other cities on the island, except for they're adding some other ones, like Macau Beach, for instance, like Las Semanas, places like this around the island that are right now, nobody's even there. And they're already starting to put some things there because they know once people come to Punta Cana, it's going to be just like Cabo. They're going to start going, okay, well, it's a little bit too expensive here, but how about 30 to 45 minutes away? And now you're building another cluster of vacation rental spots. That is what I envision that's going to happen with the Punta Cana area. And I agree with his assessment on that. Actually, I have to agree with it. A one bedroom at Cana Rock previously for like 124, 133. Now they're selling them for 300 grand. I'm like, this is insane. Tesla, new product and service, virtual power coming. That's going to be major. Took profits on DPZ, made huge profits. What a week. That's right. Gino Scimienti, just when you thought the real estate market was crashing, we talked about this in another video that on a live stream and a video. Are you supposed to take advantage when it's crashing? I think you are. You guys know the motto, market goes down, buy more. And now all of a sudden some came out hot this past week. Victor Morero, do you know if there are any maintenance fees associated with Cana Rock condos? Yes, Vanessa Comagate. There's HOA fees at every condo, villa, location behind the security gates. Every one of them, no matter which project you pick, you're going to have the HOA fees. He might know how much they are. I don't think he does though, because they haven't finished yet. They can guess. There's a certain number per square foot on average, but it could be, who knows what it's going to be. It's not going to be Florida prices though. In Florida, you could have HOA fees of $600 a month. It's crazy, or more. Eric, can I get business credit report? NAV doesn't show the name of who's reporting. Yeah, your business credit report is going to be with Experian or Dun & Bradstreet. You should be able to get it. You're the authorized person for your business, then yeah, just hit them up. If it doesn't show on NAV. CMG not done yet, going higher past the 2,000 mark. Gino Scimienti, I agree with you on this. I agree with you. I said this before. CMG is like McDonald's to me. They're a real estate company. They've already bought properties already around the world. And because of their footprint is so small, they can be in places that are high volume, high customer volume locations. And I think they're doing a hell of a job. So I think they will go higher. I think they're going to, in fact, you should hold CMG for a long time. Just like McDonald's, just like Pepsi, just like Coke. You should just hold them. I don't see a problem at all. I agree with that 110%. All right, Gino. Yeah, I just heard about DPZ. Exactly, Curtis. In fact, Charlie, yes, supply and demand equals gold, Eric. That's it exactly. Charlie, Robbie D just emailed you. All right, thank you. Monday or Tuesday, you could have bought some stuff at 20% off. Check your chart. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. All right, Vanessa, we were told that Cana Rockstar, they are looking at around 140 per month. However, for Galaxy, it will be around 200 to 225, I think. Galaxy is their Starship project in terms of luxury. Right. Exactly. Galaxy is probably going to be more than everybody else. There's a reason. So nothing wrong with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let me see if I have anything else. Okay. So you guys have it pretty much all on board with what we're talking about. We talked about the comic books. We talked about the collectibles. We talked about sneakers, real estate, credit as an asset, credit down below. Even personal and business credit is down below in the description for you. All right. We talked about gold and silver and precious metals. Some of you might not know where to go. You can go to SD Bullion. You can go to APMEX, APMEX. Again, you're going to pay a premium. So silver could be $25 an ounce, but then to buy it might cost you $29. Or you can go get an ETF, like a PLG, precious metals. Or you can use an AUY or you can use a DRD or a GOLD or a SLVR. These are type of options that you get. And of course, we always talk about stock market investing. A lot of people are much more comfortable with stock market investing. It's a lot easier these days, right? Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that was very informative. I think myself, I'm looking at pretty much if you're going to be in Capcana or in a Rock like a Galaxy or a high-end property, if it's designated high-end, I think you will be paying in the twos. For everybody else, I believe it's going to be like 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. I think it'll be 150 or less for mostly everybody else, because of the way they're building them. Okay, thanks, guys. Facebook going up today, close at 369 and going up maybe to the past. Yeah, exactly, Gino Scimienti. Before you came on, I was saying the same thing. I was saying I was selling some shares because, like, you know, I know you like taking that 20, 30, 40%, and I had stuff at 400, 500, 600%. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be greedy. Let me just cash out. So I was sitting there saying, now's the time to invest in the Facebooks, the Apples, the Microsofts. I didn't mention Chipotle, but Chipotle's one of them. This is the time to invest in these standard companies who have revenue, and they're going to go up in value based on inflation, appreciation. Plus, they have other things like cloud storages, part of autonomous driving, things of that nature. So, again, like NVIDIA, I said, was one of them as well. So that's how we do it. I agree with you on that. Facebook's one of them. What's up with NFTs? NFTs going down. That's what's up. No, it doesn't mean anything. NFTs is a digital art form. I haven't really looked into it any further because I'll call it the new frontier. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit. I kind of liked how they began. I was going to have the NFTs for the Ladies of Poker 101A, but I never put those out. So because I didn't understand how I have to mint them, and there's a few more steps than just simply loading up a form and loading it up, the image, and then selling it. So that's one of the reasons. Don't leave NVIDIA out. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't. They're buying up another major chip company, way undervalued. Exactly. Put your money back in, credits, asset, because you can jumpstart your business. Also, it allows you to invest in valuable assets 2 to 3 years ahead of time. That's it exactly, Mr. Financial. MACD is going to be in the same boat as CMG and DPZ and SBUX. Exactly. I agree. I agree with all of that. It's exactly right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what do you think is a good investment? We've talked about a lot of things: collectibles, comics, art, real estate, stock investing, the standards to crypto investing. We've talked about the normal investing, gold, silver, precious metals. Is there any other investments that you think? We even talked about investing in yourself, which is a good thing, right? So is there anything else that somebody else, one of you, may feel that is a good investment? Let us know, because this is where we're doing collaborations, helping other people think about additional investments besides starting your own business, which is an investment, investing in yourself to learn some new things, which is a good thing. All right. And we have in the 20s, we have roughly 24, 25 people here within Stop Struggling Now that have invested on the island of Dominican Republic. 25 members or 24 have invested on the island. It's incredible. And I can't blame anybody, especially with the way the financing goes, 0% interest for the duration of your down payment and the property values going up. You got to love that scenario. All right. That's just like investing in a dividend stock. And not only does you receive a dividend, you also get appreciation of the stock. I mean, you get the best of both worlds. And it didn't cost you anything additional. You got to love it. All right. So here's what I'm going to do real quickly. I probably shouldn't, but I am. I'm going to try and do this. All right. So, in fact, I kind of blew it. Hold on just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing 5 things at once here, which I shouldn't be doing. So I ran a video. What about investing in tax liens? No problem with tax liens. I have no problem. Tax liens in most states, if you buy a tax lien, then a person has a certain amount of time that they can redeem the tax lien. Yes, you can charge them interest, but they have up to a certain amount of time. And in Florida, for instance, it's 2 years. And then at the end of 2 years, then you can actually go and put a lien or take their property or however it works. I have never invested in tax liens myself. I have friends of mine that have done that in the past, but I don't really know. Either way, it works. It's an investment, and the person has to pay you interest on that. So you get a return on your investment. That works out. I see nothing wrong with that. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break out another video. This one is not new. You guys have seen this before. You guys who have been here before saw the video from Adrienne Bankert, who's at News Nation now. And she's an anchor for some of their shows and a correspondent. Some of the people might have seen her on Good Morning America. I ran this video that she made for the SSN Nation before, and it's kind of like an inspirational video. So I'm going to run that up, and I'll let you guys check this out right now as well.
Hey guys, it's Adrienne Bankert. This is for my Stop Struggling Now members, aka the Stop Struggling Now Nation. I want you to be reminded of your inherent worth tonight, okay? A diamond doesn't have to do anything to be valuable. A diamond doesn't have to work, doesn't have to impress anyone. It just sits there and shines, whether it's in a ring or a watch or a necklace or a pair of earrings. It's just there, and it has this worth we attribute to it. And you are like that diamond. If you never did another thing, there's something rarefied about you because we've never seen you before in any time in history, and we'll never see another you for the rest of all time, for infinity and beyond. So don't be afraid of doing the inner work. Don't be anxious or frustrated when you see something that you need to improve upon, when you need a little added polish, right? You are still valuable. You're still a treasure. Keep learning, stay motivated, remain a student, stay teachable and humble, and remember, always be kind.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I always have to throw that in for the inspiration for the SSN Nation. And in the meantime, I sent Victor Marrero that video for Connor Rock's Star. All right. Okay. Yes, time plus knowledge, valuable investment. You learn about stocks, crypto, but it may take 6 months to a year to manifest. That's right. You have to be patient with your investments. Let them marinate. That's what investments are made for, right? You're not expecting things to go 1,000%, 200% in a day, a week, a year, are you? That's not how it's supposed to work. It's a little bit over time. So be patient. Charlie, amen. Right on. The west side of Disney entrance on 192 Highway is building up. There are new projects coming to that side to include that Crystal Lagoon Kissimmee. This will be another outstanding investment. That's true. Very true. The west side of 192, it is out of hand. It's been overlooked for so many years. And down by Mystic Dunes Resort off of 192 used to be land sitting out there for the taking. And now I guess it's probably going to be built up shortly. All the FANG stocks are reporting next week. Apple, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Tesla, look out. They're all going to be off the charts. Tesla already did what they were supposed to do, sold the most vehicles last year, sold the most vehicles the first quarter ever. So you know that their profits are going to be good. And since people were home, Amazon's profits, Google's profits, Facebook's, everybody should be good. And everybody should be buying their stocks. Long term even. I mean, that's just the way it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour, 20 minutes in. And of course, if you like what we're talking about here, please subscribe to the channel, smash that all notification button, because the YouTube algorithm doesn't like the SSN Nation giving out this type of information where it helps everybody. Anybody can do what we're talking about here. All you need, though, is you need one thing. You're going to need revenue. You're going to need cash flow. You need money coming in. So that's why we have to always talk about, you can check out the videos. We talk about how to make money, start your own businesses, start your LLC. Why do you want an LLC? Because you want tax write-offs. That's why. You make $30,000 or more from that business, then you should change it to an S Corp. And you can change it to an S Corp up to 2 years later, 3 years later. Same at the end of the year. So let's say you start an LLC right now, and then in November, or let's say November for our example, all of a sudden you go, wait a minute, it looks like I made $40,000 this year. Well, then you might want to change to an S Corp. Why? Because then you won't be subject to that self-employment tax at least as much. Because then you can say you paid yourself a salary of like 16 to 20,000, and then you could say you did an owner withdrawal. You can say I got my owner distribution, and it could be the remaining balance, 24,000, 20,000. And so now you're only going to pay a certain portion of self-employment tax, and then, or none, and then you'll pay a certain portion of payroll taxes. But it beats 15.3% coming out, follow what I'm saying, of the whole 40. So, or if more. So these are the kind of moves that you can make, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's why you invest in yourself, and especially because that allows you to make other investments. That's how it works. That's why the rich keep getting richer, because they can make unlimited amounts of investments that other people have to pick and choose slowly. Meanwhile, if you did have a ton of cash all in one location or access to it, then you can make multiple moves, which is what somebody who's well off with their cash flow, they can make multiple moves at once. So now we have something in real estate. We have something in stocks. We have something in crypto. Now all of a sudden, all three go up. We have many investments in all of them. Now we exponentially grow faster than a person that only had one thing because they had less money to invest. So that's the advantages right there. All right. The IRS or Fed show up at your door when you 3x your revenue. Be wise to gain, appreciation slow to attract money. That's right, because where you store it matters. LLC or trust. Trust is better. There we go. And I was working on something else today that somebody, everybody knows. I did a video with Darcy a few years ago. She told me, she goes, Eric, have you ever heard of this 508? I was like, no, I haven't heard of this 508 thing. I've never ran across it. So this 508C, which is almost like a 501, except it's a 508. And I was like, wait, a 508? I started looking at it. How about not even having to file taxes? How about that? Federal, I'm talking about. State, no taxes, 508. I'm like, hold on, I got to find out more about this. So anyhow, that might have to be an SSN lifestyle thing. It's pretty serious. It's pretty cool, actually. Charlie, Eric, now, after those who are vaccinated, they're saying a booster shot perhaps is needed. That's correct. That's correct. Biology, right? It's biology, ladies and gentlemen. A virus mutates. Viruses all mutate. Okay, you guys got to do a little studying on viruses. Let me go over like in the ice caps. So there's viruses in the ice caps that have been locked away for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. So when the ice caps are melting, those old viruses that no human being will be immune to can be released. Remember that. Now, viruses mutate. So again, no surprise that you're going to need another shot, because after the first virus, you took a shot or vaccination for that. The virus mutates. So now you're going to have to take another shot to offset the mutation. That's just how it's going to roll. So no surprise. No surprise. A lot of people with high LQS are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. You need to keep raw, irrational emotions under control. Gino Schimiente, that's right. It's hard to do when it's involving money, when you're sitting there looking at the screen and it's like, Did that go down 5%? Did that go down 10%? Did that go down 20% over this last month? Did that go down 30%? It's hard to sit there and say, oh, yeah, okay, no biggie. We know what's going to happen. But it makes it a lot easier if you know most of the time the stock market will rise back up, whether it's going to be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So while it's down, buy more, or while it's up, take your profits. Take your pick how you want to do it. Different ways to go. That's Charlie. The sheep are getting deceived and misdirected. That's it exactly. Not file. Me. That's right. 508. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I got to find out more about this. Charlie, I heard that too. Third shot is coming. I wonder if that really means 2 more shots for those like Pfizer. Yes. Regardless, you're going to need more shots, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless. All right. So there's a Delta variant. So what did we have? An Alpha, Delta. There's another variant already after Delta as well. And you know after that one, there's going to be another one. It's a virus. It looks for the weakest host. So it can mutate. And as long as we have millions of people who are carrying one or both or all three, that gives the virus a chance to say, okay, we're going to attach ourselves to another person and create a whole nother virus out of it. A variant, as they're now calling it. So that's just the way viruses work. Unless they come up with a cure, it's not going to stop. Unfortunately, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Okay, boss, y'all got to share with the class about this 508. I don't know about it that well yet. I just got info. Darcy started telling me, and all I know is the 508 is like a trust. It's incredible. It's like a nonprofit and a trust all wrapped up into one. No filing. This is all my abbreviated version that I know right now. No filing, which is incredible. And it's set up as a business. So now your whole life is that business, and it has to be like an association. It has to be like almost like a churchy thing, right? Like financial ministry or something, you know? It's kind of weird. But anyhow, it's a nonprofit type of a setup, like a 501 that people are familiar with. It's a 508, and it's worked out like a trust. But this 508, you don't have to file. And I'm just like, wait a minute. And I actually saw, in fact, do I still have it up? I had a page. Let me see if I have it up. I might still have it up. I did a 508. No, I don't have it up. When I was looking at it, so I could have showed you guys what it was. But, oh, I do have it up. Hold on a second. In fact, I'm going to put it in the chat room. I actually have it, so I'm going to put it on the screen. I'll put a link to the page that I'm showing you guys. This is how far I got, but I was listening to what she was saying as well. So this is incredible. I'm going to show it on the screen here in a second. Let me pull it up. All right. Let's go here. What's the difference? There we go. Okay, I put it in the chat room so you guys can see this. Unfortunately, I can't make it much bigger. So this is about as big as I can get it. So I don't know if you can see that or not. But here's the thing. The small nonprofits that don't have to file for recognition of exemption under 508C1B nevertheless have to file a tax information return, normally the form 990N electronic postcard. So all you have to do is give them a tax information return, which is a 990N. Now, if you don't turn in that 990N, it says you will automatically lose your exempt status, even though the IRS may not know that they exist if you fail to file for 3 consecutive years. So here we are again. All you got to do is fill out this form to give some tax information return. That's it. Come on, man. This could be major. Game changing. Now you're finding out even more why some of these rich people get to stay rich. And you also find out why they create non-profit organizations. They're not all 501s. They are 508s where they don't even have to pay tax. And then you turn it into you're the executor of that 508. Everything runs through the 508. So when you buy a house, it's under the 508. It's the charities. You live there. You're the executor. The bills are all paid, the electric, water, sewer, garbage, because the 508, the trust, owns the house. So you literally live there for free, and you don't even have taxes personally. What kind of, man, this could get crazy. Should have never let that cat out the bag. Never let that cat out the bag, because I'm going to have to go down that path. I got to go see this path. VET chain is a sleeping giant. All right, I got my VET. All right, Jordan, thank you so much. VET is a crypto. I don't know if it's a token or coin, but it's crypto. And yeah, VET was at one time 6 cents. So that's when I guess people here could have got in at 6 cents, because that's when I initially said I bought some. It went up to like 20 some cents. I don't know where VET, because I'm not selling any crypto anytime soon. Eric, the Punta Cana Providence reported 76% of population already vaccinated. Makes sense, as all the jobs there are mainly in the tourism industry. Exactly. We need to move there until this mess is over. Another reason to be on the island. I hear you. They're not taking no prisoners. They know what it's like when they have the terrorists from the Europeans settled on the islands, and they brought over these viruses that the native Americans or Caribbean islanders, they weren't immune to. So this is basically what's happening with the virus now. Same thing. They brought a virus that they weren't immune to. They couldn't take shots. It just mutated and just killed the population, a lot of them. But that's why they take it very seriously. I wish I held my Neo also. Jonathan, I'm hoping you're still holding some Neo. Yeah, Neo, hold that. EVs, hold them or buy them. Eric, I'm studying trust, and I believe it's similar to being a sovereign. All I want is to never have to pay taxes. Thanks, Eric. You're the greatest. Charlie, that's right. Exactly. It is like a trust. That's what I said. It's a 508 nonprofit, but it's like a trust. And it's, yeah, sovereign. So apparently 508, you will not pay taxes, because you're not going to cut yourself a check. Everything's going to be bought under that 508, and you're the executor, or that's what I call it, the executor. They call it something else. But it's for a trust's sake, it's an executor. So since you're the executor of the trust, then you're just buying everything in the trust, and you have the MasterCard, debit card, authorized person of the 508. Your name's on there, but you're not, you're off grid. I like off grid. That means you personally will never pay taxes again. How sweet is that? I mean, it's, in theory, it's doable. I haven't gotten down the full path yet. We haven't walked through the whole thing just to make sure. I haven't checked with the IRS and accountant yet fully, but that's what they're saying. So it's incredible. Okay, so Connor Rock property may have to be a charitable situation. 508, baby. Okay, so that one's on the island. So you got to talk to Johan about if you can do that on the island. I don't know if you'll be able to do that in the United States for a property in Dominican Republic. I don't know. But then again, who knows? If it's free and clear, it's deeded. In theory, you might be able to do something. But again, that's a Johan question. IRS.gov has a good article on 508. There we go. Moses Tillman. Yeah, we haven't gotten to it yet, because that wasn't the IRS that I put in there. That was nonprofit issues that I just Googled up. And that's what they did a brief synopsis on it. So that's what I was talking about there. So I'll have to check it out and go further into it. Moses Tillman, cool, thanks. Yeah, we'll all be checking that IRS 508 on the IRS forms. Sold all my Neo, made huge profits. Gino Shimiente. I also sold some Neo, because I was sitting there like, okay, is 1,000% good enough? Yes, why be greedy? So I sold some. I'm still holding some more leftovers just in case, but I'm still at the right price because everything was under $5. So I think it was either $7 or less. But anyway, single digits. More people lost money waiting for corrections, anticipating corrections than the actual corrections. That's true. That's very true. Charlie, off-grid cannot be sued, hassled, or even have her doorbell to chime. In the Roy, this is turning into Christmas in July. That's right. That's it. Now, that's it. And apparently, let me get to some other aspects of this, because it's not just a simple thing, apparently, but there are people that set up these 508s for you. And yes, I do know the cost. They were talking anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. So this involves accountants or lawyers or somebody that's licensed to set these things up properly. So again, that's why you're paying these fees. Now, whenever there's fees, those are subject to whoever you're getting them through. So this is why we always find out first how deep we have to go. We learn, we educate ourselves on them, and then we start looking for the right person to set it up if we can't set these up ourselves. But if it's an IRS thing, yeah, it may be a little complicated for ordinary citizens, but we're still going to go find out all about this shortly. Strange how history repeats itself. Viruses, people entering foreign lands, people in 2021 are globetrotters, but be wary of diseases and other elements. Travel cheaper than it's ever been. That's right, Curtis Davis. That's exactly right. Let's talk about some of that, because if you're investing in yourself, whether you're vaccinated or not, even if you're vaccinated, you can still catch the virus again or a variant. So you have to keep yourself in mind that just because you are vaccinated doesn't mean walking around being in people's face is a good thing. I personally was like, I told you guys, and I'll tell everybody else, I'm wearing a mask for life at this point. Okay, it's that simple. There's nothing wrong with the mask. There's just nothing. But again, you just never know. There's going to be viruses around for the rest of our lives. Seriously, research will be done, and at $3,000 in fees, it's worth it. That's what I'm saying, Vanessa. If it's $3,000, I was like, okay, I understand. People are going to charge, right? It's all based on supply, demand, who you're talking to. Some people may charge $20,000. I'm pretty sure an investment firm in downtown LA or downtown New York or downtown major city is going to charge somebody $15,000 or $20,000. Meanwhile, somebody else who's sitting there going, well, we'll help you out and we know what we're doing, they might charge you $3,000 because they don't have an office in downtown that costs them $100,000 a year to pay for, or $200,000 a year to pay for. So they're like, and they don't have the high-powered attorneys, but they still are attorneys, or they still are financial consultants. So there's always a way to do it. Always. And it is seriously worth it. So that means, just so everybody's clear, that means everything would be in any asset that you have would have to be in the trust. Or I keep calling it a trust, but in a 508. The 508 buys everything. It has an EIN number, so it's just like a business as far as I'm concerned. So that means you would have business credit. That would mean you'd be able to buy things on credit. That means you can buy things and put them in there, and therefore non-taxable events forever. I like it. And now we're wondering how the church guys get rich. That's funny stuff. I know that's right, boss. I'm masked up regards of being fully vaccinated. That's right. That's exactly right, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know I told you before I was very sick when I was a kid. So I was basically at the hospital from the time I was 0 to the time I was 17. Every week, every other week for something, whether it was my shots, whatever. That's when I was getting vaccinated. I was getting these shots going in my arms all the time. When you're in the hospital from a kid, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12, people who are sick in there talk to you. The funny thing is, people with masks, back in the day, they were the sick ones. So it wasn't how we have it now. The sick people wore masks to prevent them from infecting other people. So you knew when a person's coming down the hallway with a mask on, you're like, uh-oh. Let me sidestep. Let me move over about 5, 6 feet if I can, because you knew they were sick. In our day and age, we have people who may be sick, don't know if they're sick, and they're just running around. So now you have to mask up, period, as far as I'm concerned, especially since there's no cure, and especially since even if you're vaccinated, you can catch it again. So keep it in mind. That catch it again thing, everybody should be on standby. Now don't take this thing lightly. If it's 10K, well, there goes my vacation, Charlie. No, Charlie, it's not 10K. No, it's a range. It's like 3K to 10K depending on who you go through. That's all. There's people that do it for 3K. 2,500, 3K, I know, that do it for that. I went as far as find out how much they charge. So there's a test going on right now. So actually, there's a test going on. A person paid somebody $3,000 and a person paid somebody $10,000 collaborating. And so we're going to find out if there's a difference. After they finish, each one's going to finish. Then we'll look at all the paperwork, find out if there's a difference or if they're the same or if they have different reasoning on why they did certain things. But it should be a standard paper. It shouldn't be anything out the ordinary. They all should be standard language. So we're going to find out. So the test is being ran as we speak. All right. I'm not going to let you guys hang. But no, I don't think you're going to have to spend 10K. Not going to happen. Brooklyn Daddy, welcome to the Friday night live stream here at SSN Nation. Thank you so much for being here once again. I appreciate it. I'm late, but hey, fam, Brooklyn Daddy, you know how it is, man. You're never too late because you can always catch the replays. And the live chat is also under the replays because, ladies and gentlemen, there have been some some stock tips in the chat room that people have dropped. All right, and here we are, 1 hour, 42 minutes in. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. That would be very helpful for the YouTube algorithm as well. When India had Delta variant, I knew it was coming to US. Yep, until we find a cure, you can treat one spot when we're all connected in 2021. That's it exactly. You still have people flying all over the world. I mean, you can still hop to a different country and then that country doesn't ban you from going from one place to another. So all these variables, people are still going to go around just like they don't care. All right. So yes, I had it. It is no joke. Oh, Brooklyn Daddy says he's had it. Yeah, it is no joke from all accounts. That's what people are saying. I am using my accountant to set up my trust and the LLCs underneath, but it's getting a little complicated. I may have to hire a tax lawyer, which I was trying to avoid. Yeah, I know, Marrero. I know. It gets crazy, man. Spending all that money and the tax lawyer is going to be 4Gs, 5Gs, 6Gs rolling in. It gets kind of pricey, man. I always looked at the lawyers and all that. I'm like, man, you're siphoning off my wealth. That's the way I looked at it. I'm like, wait, this not no $500 or $1,000. Brooklyn Daddy, word up. Mask up, everyone. That's right, Brooklyn Daddy. I like that. I agree with you 110%. I'm thinking about creating forever masks with clear, pure oxygen attached. Patent my idea. Curtis Davis. That's right. All right, Curtis Davis. Well, we'll have to get it all together, man. You might have to pitch that to the SSN Shark Tank. SSN Lifestyle Shark Tank. All right. Honestly, that's why I'm leery about traveling too much right now. That's it, Vanessa Comagate. I've traveled on the planes myself. Here's the funny thing. So everybody on a plane has to be masked up. Some places still actually take temperature, but unfortunately, Delta's not one of them. American's not one of them. Frontier's no longer one of them. So I don't really know who's going to be doing the temperature gauge. I'm trying to think when I came from Fort Myers before, what flight did I take? They took my temperature. Oh, it wasn't here. It's when I stopped. I stopped somewhere. I think it was Charlotte. I stopped in Charlotte. They took the temperatures in Charlotte. But the arrival plane did not take the temperatures. It's crazy. Mask always on deck. That's right. Every time, whether I go to grocery store, post office, it does not matter. FedEx, I'm masked up. It's just going with me. Curtis Davis, let's go to the Shark Tank. That's it exactly. Curtis, stay on that. Good idea. That's right. It's a good idea. That's it. So what I was going to say, when you're flying on planes, everybody's masked up, mandatory. But still, people are next to you. The good news is the airflow goes through. That's the good news. And as you guys know, I've been on a lot of planes. A lot. I haven't stopped. So I don't know how many flights I've been on, but I've been on a lot in the last 7 months. So what is that? One a month, 2 flights at least, 3 flights. I mean, it's been a lot. At least 10 flights, 12 flights in the last 7 months. I mean, I shouldn't even say 12. It's been more than that. At least 20 cities. I'll put it that way. I've been in 20 cities. So I've had connections. So at least 24 different flights I've been on in the last 7, 8 months. Masked up, of course. Vanessa Cumagate, I've only traveled in the USA so far. Yeah, it's the same rules. When you go to the outside the country, it's masked up. Use them reward points. That's it, Brooklyn Daddy. That's it. I'm glad he brought that up. Whenever you guys go on those plane trips, you got to make sure you get your points. And if you use your credit card, you get more points. All right? This year, since wheels have gone back up, that's right. Yeah, me too. I'm going to Mexico, but I'm driving. All right, cool. I like that idea. Be safe than sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's already 1 hour, 47 minutes in, and it looks like I might have to wrap it up this evening. There's not much left for us to talk about regarding these investments. So if anybody wants to share any type of investments that we haven't talked about, because, you know, we did the arts, we've done the gold, silver, precious metals. We've talked about comic books. We talked about sneakers. I don't know of anything else. I mean, there could be jewelry. There could be watches. Those are also investment items, depending on what they are. There's a bunch of things that are investment items. If there's a black market for everything, that should teach people the nitty gritty of supply and demand. There's always a black market where people are going to buy some other items. So that just goes to show there's always something. Frequent flyer miles. That's it exactly. Always attach frequent flyer miles to wherever you're going. All right. Because it comes in handy. Domestically, since there's really no layovers for like 5 hours or nothing. Okay, they're still cool, but they're not cool. Like when you go international, you definitely want to make sure if you got a layover of 5, 6, 7 hours, it's best that you have those miles, ladies and gentlemen, so you can get in the sky clubs. So you guys, I did a video, 2 years ago? Yeah, it's been about 2 years. When I did the Sky Club in Seoul, Korea, I believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was Seoul, Korea. They had one of the sweetest ones ever. Classic cars is a good investment. Thank you for bringing that up, Diesel Mike. That wasn't on my list, but I meant to talk about that tonight. That's it exactly. Classic cars. That's why people run around town. And if you have a car that's 25 years or older, if you're still driving it, people will come up next to you, whether you're in a parking lot or on the street. They'll come up to you and be like, "Are you selling that car?" Happens all the time because I actually have older cars. So people always want to buy them all the time. How much? I'm just like, no, this is not happening. So yeah, classic cars are investments. And in fact, classic cars are a little different. So let's say you bought a classic car like 15 years ago and it was only 20, 25 grand. That classic car could be 60, 70, 100 grand now. And I'm talking about like a Nova. I'm talking about 68 Camaros and things like this. It's not things out of the ordinary. The stuff that's out the ordinary, they're going to be over 100 grand now. When before you could have bought them for 25, 30, 40 grand. So they appreciate because there's limited editions. Remember, supply and demand. If there's only 20 of them left, that means only 20 people in the world can have them. That means now you can charge a little more than the previous person. Buy silver. That's my next move. Geronimo Davidson, welcome to the Friday night live stream. That's right. We've been talking about that. Gold, silver, precious metals, inflation is here, and it's going to keep rising because they're going to print some more money because of infrastructure. And, of course, they're probably going to come out with some more stimulus money. You got to love it. All right, Eric, I was asked about G9. I don't know what G9 is. I'm thinking Gulfstream, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're talking about. G9 fam. I don't know what you guys are going to have to get me up to speed with the G9 or GN. It's funny, in military, they always teach about bioterrorism, CBRN, but it's foreign to OCs because they want you not aware. That's correct. That's right. It's a money maker every time there's an event. Do you travel first class when flying to DR, or so you jammed yourself up with everyone in the back? I'm asking because of COVID. When I went, nobody was going. There was only like half the plane was full. So it was 2 seats. So it was like 2 seats, one in the window, one in the aisle, all the way down. It wasn't jammed up. But I didn't fly first class to DR. It's too short of a flight. All the flights though that I generally fly, they're jammed up. All the domestics, because they fly at almost 90-95% occupancy, if not 100. They're jammed. Geronimo Davison, thank you, brother. Yeah. Speaking of that, so you guys know I'm back down in Florida right now. So the last flight I took, on paper, when the flight was booked and I had to choose my seat, it showed 95% full. On the flight itself, it was only like 60% full. Kind of weird. You're welcome, Geronimo Davidson. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. Notice how Rich prepped for private air travel as the pandemic spread. Hard to be a mobile 2021 and a new mobile society required. That's right. Tesla partner with a nickel company this week. That's right. We knew that's coming. Remember, I did that video like almost a year ago, which was actually 9 to 10 months ago, when I said Elon Musk mentioned he was giving out a bounty for a nickel company, a nickel mine that was. And I said, okay, there you go. You should be investing in nickel. And now here he is again talking about a nickel company. No surprise. And that's what we were. In fact, I believe in that video, I was asking the same thing. I was like, why would he ask to pay when he could have just bought a nickel mining company? It made no sense. He didn't have to partner with anybody. He could have just bought one. So this is no surprise. I guess a year later, he has a reason to buy one. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up, but I don't know what the G9 is, so somebody's going to have to let me know. Not familiar. I don't understand, or GN. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is, quite frankly. G9 Ventures. That's all I see so far. That's it. I don't see anything else. So maybe you guys will let me know what it is. All right. So we're going to wrap it up a little early on this Friday edition, ladies and gentlemen, for the investments. The Investment Club, SSN Lifestyle. We're going to have our own Shark Tank Investment Club for members and founders. And so watch for the video that should be dropping either tomorrow. I'm going to try and finish it up for tomorrow for the SSN Lifestyle, so you guys can get a little more information, see it on the screen, because we're going to do the Founders Club. And now the Founders Club, in case people don't know, I won't say anything further tonight about it, but tomorrow, you guys, when I drop the video, it'll explain the Founders Club and the membership as well, because there's 2 things going on. Founders Club doesn't mean you're investing in the SSN Lifestyle. It just means you're a founder, and that means you have special perks and privileges for the lifetime that you own your Founders Club membership. That's what that's going to mean. All right. First and foremost, and you get a bonus. There's a few things. I'll go over it tomorrow, so watch for that video, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, watches was mentioned, A3 Saval. Luxury watches are also an investment. They can be. That's right. A lot of people like luxury watches. They'll spend 20, 30, 50 grand on them, 100. And a few years later, limited supply. They don't make them anymore, or they make a different edition the following year. Either way, they don't make that many to begin with. So you're holding something that maybe only one of 3,000 people may have, or one of 5,000, or one of 100. So they have value. So watches you can flip. BHP was 50 per share 1 year ago. Yeah, it was. Art collections as well. That's right. Diesel Mike. Art, we've mentioned that as well. art goes up in value. So therefore, you always have to look for some, when you're going walking around and you see somebody with a yard sale, estate sales, and things like that, sometimes you might want to walk over there, take a few snapshots of the paintings that they're selling or pictures. Somebody found a Leonardo or Michelangelo's sketch at a yard sale. Crazy. Worth millions. And he didn't tell the person selling it either. Yes, I know they pack those planes in the DR pretty good. Regardless of departing airport, I typically fly out of Orlando and I've never seen an empty seat. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, out of Orlando, they're going to be jammed. That's a major city. I flew out of, what was it? I think it was Fort Lauderdale. So once you get down here to Fort Lauderdale, I don't think there's that many people going to the DR. Well, at the time, remember, it was COVID in December. So, and there was curfew. Well, actually, there was no curfew, come to think of it, because I didn't even hear about a curfew. But then again, it was December. It got dark at 6. So there was no reason to be at the beach after around 6:30, 7 o'clock when it's dark. So maybe they had a curfew, but I didn't know it. So, because I was in when it got dark, there was no reason to be outside hanging out. So, but yeah, out of Orlando or any major city, I would think to go into the islands, they're just going to make sure they're jammed up. But again, got to be masked up regardless. But on a plane, the air circulates every few minutes. So that's why it's actually better than sitting in an office amongst people running through the air conditioning system. It only recirculates the same air running through a filter. Whereas they bring outside air comes into the airplane and it recirculates that way. So that's why you don't hear of that many people getting sick after getting off a plane, especially if everybody's masked up. So, and so far, I am not stopping. That's all I can say. I'm not stopping. I'm still rolling, masked up or not. So I'm going to have to go back to the ATL or Cali pretty soon. So I'm going to be on planes again. All right. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 2 hours in. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, like I always say, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notifications because YouTube doesn't like to let SSN Nation family members know when we upload videos, nor do they let them know when we do live streams. So therefore, even press the notification bell just in case you're one of the lucky ones to get the notifications. All right, so we're going to wrap it up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thanks, boss. Good info as always. Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Vanessa Kamagay, for being here once again. I appreciate your support. And once again, the SSN Academy is in full effect. Lots of love, Cleveland Indians or the Guardians. No, yeah, they are. They're talking about they changed their name to the Guardians. That's hilarious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up. And I want to thank you once again for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And all I can say is you invest in your time. So I thank you for being here every Friday night and on these live streams. And I appreciate everybody dropping the gems in the chat room and participating, because investing in yourself, gaining additional knowledge helps you out in the long run, because you never know what you're going to be able to do. And you may have been missing out on something, and now you don't have to miss out anymore because you have learned and been educated a little bit. And I got to thank everybody for helping me and helping everybody else here in Stop Struggling Now Nation. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.